Hello, Aquaba to how to learn Fanti with English and French on the Sir Prof Magic channel. In this lesson, we will learn the various forms of the first person singular pronoun in Fanti and their correct usage. But first, let's learn something about Ghana, the land of gold and hope. Now our lesson. Me et me. I am me. Je suis moi. In this lesson, we will be learning the correct usage of the first person singular pronoun in Fanti. Meda, I eat. Meshe, I wear. Messen, I pass. Mechere, I teach. Mizi, I eat. Mipeja, I lift. Mishira, I bless. Minya, I get. Mija, I live. Mobo, I play. Mofo, I climb. Moshe, I look. Mosheshe, I search. Mokwan, I knock. Mupoti, I tap. Munum, I suck. Mushim, I snatch. Mucha, I cut. You realize that though in English we keep saying I, in Fanti, the I changes to me, mu, and mu. What accounts for this? So, in English, we have I as the first person singular pronoun, and so do we have je in French. But in Fanti, we have four forms for the I: me, mu, and mu. So, when do we use which? Before we take a look at when to use which, let's first understand the various sounds for letter E and O in Fanti. For letter E, it has two different sounds, the narrow sound and the wide sound. In this lesson, I'll be indicating the narrow sound with an upward arrow and the wide sound with an arrow pointing to the right. Sie, bue, bue. The A sound for the E is a narrow sound, while pir, tse, kai, the A sound that you hear is a wide sound for letter E. Hence, the A is the narrow sound and the A is the wide sound. Similarly, letter O also has two sounds, the narrow sound and the wide sound. Po, mbo, mpo. The O sound is the narrow sound for letter O in Fanti, while in words like po, so, the O sound is the wide sound for letter O in Fanti. You realize that po and po has the same spelling, but the pronunciation is different. The context will normally determine the meaning. Po means to back, whilst po means to refuse or to reject. First, we take a look at the use of me. When do we use me? The determinants are the vowels or group of alphabets that you have to look for in a word to know whether you have to use me. Me usually goes with a, the exception being wa, the exception being we, and a, the exception being we. What does this mean? It means to know when to use me, you have to look out for these alphabets, referred here as determinants. The me matches with the first determinant that you will see in a verb. So, for example, meda. The determinant here is the a. Meshe. The determinant here is the e. Mason. The determinant here is the a. And mechere. The determinant here is the a. The only exception is when the a, e, or a is preceded by w, as in the case of wa, we, and we, in which case a different pronoun is used instead of me. Next, we take a look at me. The determinants for me are e, exception being we, e, j, she, and nye. The exception being nye and nye or nye. Example: mizi, mipeja, mishira, minya, mija. The me is matched with the determinant indicated here with a green color. Next, we take a look at mo. The determinants are o, we, and wa. The exception being in a case where the wa is preceded by a t to make cha. Example: mobo, mofo, moshe, mosheshe, mokwan. Last but not the least, mu. The determinants for mu are o, u, wi, cha. Example: mupoti, munum, mushim, mucha. So, as a rule, we always look out for the determinants in the verb to know the right pronoun to use when writing Fanti. In oral Fanti, one may be pardoned for using me most of the time, but in written Fanti, attention must be paid to the usage of the correct first person singular pronoun. Now, we know the rules, so let's take a look at our words. Meda, meshe, mason, mechere. Remember, our determinants are a, e, and a. The exceptions being wa, we, and we. Next, mizi, mipeja, mishira, minya, mija. Remember, our determinants are e, j, Mu. The exception being nye, nye or nye. Next, mobo, mofo, moshe, mosheshe, mokwan. The determinant to look out for before using mo are o, we, wa. The exception being the case of cha. Last but not the least, mupoti, munum, mushim, mucha. The determinants are o, u, we, cha. So, the next time you speak Fanti, pay attention to the correct usage of the first person singular pronoun. Me, me, mo, and mu. Medase. Please join me in the next lesson as we learn the beautiful Fanti language with English and French while discovering more about Ghana, the land of gold and hope. I'll be glad to read your comments. Please do not forget to subscribe for more. Kindly click on the notification bell to ensure you get notified when new videos are uploaded.